You know, the unfortunate thing is that when you reload your save, sure, it'll put you back in the same area, which is convenient, but it won't spawn the same vehicles. And the guard zoomers are pretty rare. Damn it. What's going on, guys? My name is Matt Omega, and welcome back to Let's Play Jak 2. In the last episode, we met up with the weapons supplier for the underground Krew and his right-hand man, and did a little job for them out at the pumping station. But not before getting ourselves a gun. Because, you know, over the edge. So yes, of course we now have guns because everything was all dark and edgy and shit, and that was not meant to happen. I think I may need to acquire myself another vehicle. That did not go as smoothly as I thought it did. In fact, it did not go smoothly at all. Okay. Getting off to a great start. But anyway, while I acquire myself another zoomer, now, our objective straight off the bat is to go back to the hip hog and talk to Krew because he has another mission for us. But as you can see down there in the industrial area, there's another little side mission for us. So I'm going to get myself another zoomer and I'll meet you guys around that area. Well, this wasn't supposed to happen. Hide somewhere. Okay. This is actually another little thing you can do. If you really press up against a wall, you can actually squeeze up against it. And it's a good way to hide from guards if you happen to be being chased by them. Anyway, we're in the right area. I just want one of these zoomers. Because our next little side mission is another one of those orb hunts. And like I said, the first time we did one of those, I do recommend actually having a zoomer on hand when you do them, just in case you need to go a little further than you think. Because the time can be pretty... Yep. I'm going the wrong way. The time limit can be pretty constrictive at times. So, how we do?
Recognize this place, find it fast, and a reward is yours.
Alright, so it's up on one of the walkways. Fortunately, this one's pretty easy. And also, fortunately, we can fly zoomers up here. So I want to head up. God damn it, I ran into another one. Head a right, go a left, and it's right in the corner here. Yep. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna try to shake off the fuzz and meet you guys back by the hip hog. Geronimo! Damn it. Alright.
You boys are turning out to be quite useful, eh? I have another task for you. The sewers used to be a fabulous smuggling route for me before the Baron installed security devices.
And before those late-night snack runs kept you from fitting out the front door.
I bet you've hatched another brilliant plan in that hungry little brain of yours. So, who or what do we have to shake down, knock out, or blow up?
Well, I need someone to go down and shoot every sentry gun in the sewers. And I'll give you a sweet weapon upgrade if you succeed.
Let me guess. Dank murky water? Reeks worse than your breath at an oyster fest? Fuller of metalheads than your plate at a one-pass buffet? And of course, weapons more lethal than your ever-so-tiny whiteys on a hot summer day. Look, Donut Hole, why don't we float around here looking hot and heavy, and you go roto-root the pipes?
We're not doing anything until you tell us why metalheads are trading with the Baron's forces.
I should have had you both kneecapped, eh? All I know is that the Baron cut a desperate deal with the Metalhead leader. Metalheads need eco, so the Baron supplies them with regular shipments. In return, the Metalheads agree to attack the city just enough to satisfy the Baron's continued rule.
Yeah, but how long can that deal last?
Well, the Baron is running short on eco, eh? And the Metalheads are short on patience. Baron Praxis needs this wall to keep in power. Otherwise, the city would put the true ruler on the throne, wherever that little brat is.
Daxter and I will clear your sewers, And we haven't forgotten about that weapons upgrade you promised in return.
Bloodsuckers.
Huh. Seems the plot is well and truly thickening about this matter. So, the Baron wants to stay in conflict with Metalheads just enough to ensure he stays in power, and does that by giving them eco, to bribe them into attacking the city just enough to make that happen. But eco is not exactly as plentiful as it used to be, so he's running out. Well, that just puts things into perspective now, doesn't it? This world's fucked up, man. And I think I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. Anyway, our next destination is another area that we've never been to before. That is the sewers. Now, the sewers are here in the industrial section. They aren't actually a very far trip away. They're closer to the entrance to this section from the slums. Actually, pretty much see it just from turning around the corner as soon as you get in there. That is just around this way here. You might have seen a little earlier. There is a little bit of a ramp right here, and this is our entrance down into the dark, dank, murky sewers. Because every game needs its sewer level. It's alright. We have a gun. And of course, there's enemies down here. So, as you might have been able to tell from the cutscene, our mission is to hunt down 4 security turrets that are down here, as per the counter on the side there. Step on these little panels here, they'll light up the area if it's a bit dark. And there's our first one. So it only shoots twice in between each round. If you listen closely,
Shoot the gun, Jack!
there's a bit of an audio clue right before it shoots at you.
That's one turret down. Keep looking.
Of course, one shot with the scattergun takes it out just fine. So everything will be fine and dandy. All is good. Bah! Yeah, of course, there's metalheads down here. He did say this was a smuggling route for him, so I'm sure the sewers lead outside the city in some way, and if it can lead outside the city, then it's a good way for metalheads and other monsters to get in here. Which is unfortunate. There's so much dark eco, and it's all going to waste. I don't want to use dark jackets yet. I want to save him for when I really need him. Although I'm not really complaining too much about having to fight more metalheads, because more skull gems means more dark powers. And those things are just fun to use. Dangerous, but goddamn they're fun. I feel like that's just the trade-off for dark powers in pretty much any scenario. It's like, they're powerful, and they're fun, but they're probably gonna kill you, and everyone else around you. Next one. Oh, shit.
2 turrets. Good work so far.
Pretty easy to avoid the shots from those. Again, there's a bit of an audio cue when they're just about to shoot, and by that they're locked onto your position at that moment in time, so it's an easy step out of the way or jump over and you're good. Oh, getting dark up here. Oh, great. I see a lot of little lights in there. I don't like the look of it. Guys, want to see something cool? Lights on. Dark Jack. Dark Bob. I told you it'd look more impressive when we actually put it into action. So yes, as I briefly explained when we first got it, the Dark Bomb is a huge area of effect shockwave attack that pretty much instantly deals with, well, everything. Enemies, and of course, being the fact that friendly fire exists in this game, yes, also allies. You want to be very careful using Dark Jack if you're on an escort mission. In fact, if you're on an escort mission, just don't use Dark Jack at all. Because remember, in the few times that we've used him so far, there's a lot of Dark Eco spewing out of him whenever he attacks, and he's got quite some reach. So, yeah, that will attack your allies as well. It'll also attack innocent civilians if you're out in the city, and that is a one-way ticket to having the guards on your ass. So, yeah. Probably only use Dark Jack out in the mission areas, and only if you don't have ally support. one of those things actually hit me. Huh. I think this one's got a stiff neck. I'll take care of that for you.
Great, it's gone. Nice. Keep it up.
Yes, thank you, Krew, for accounting for us, because we definitely didn't need a 5-year-old to do it for us. Oh, damn it. Well, it's a good things, good thing Metalhead's skulls act as moving nightlights. Something of the sort. Yeah, it's a good thing I actually used a Dark Jack just there as well, because now I can start collecting all the Dark Eco again. And as you would have seen, using the Dark Bomb just does indeed deplete us of all our Dark Eco, so...
Brasswork, boys. You destroyed all the turrets, eh? Now, come back to the hip hog.
as I was saying. So if you bring out Dark Jack and just immediately use a Dark Bomb, there's all your Dark Eco gone. So I guess the more efficient thing would be to, you know, just do the regular stuff with Dark Jack for about, I don't know, 20 to 30 seconds, just as long as he doesn't run out, and then use a Dark Bomb at the very end just before he does. That was easy. Yes, I think I've said as much back in the pumping station, but if you manage to kill metalheads by knocking them off a cliff, a lot of the time the skull gems will be just launched right back up to you. So, yeah, convenient. Anyway, we're done in the sewers, and here's the entrance right here, so loop back around nicely for us. So, next thing for us to do is to go and talk to Krew once again. So, I guess I'll just meet you back there. And we're here, so let's see what the Crewmeister has for us.
What is that horrible smell?
Oh, great! We do your dirty work in the sewers and come back smelling worse than a wet hip hog in a warm barn. This could have a serious impact on the lady factor.
No. I think it was my lunch, actually. Nice work in the sewers, eh? I guess you're looking for that weapon upgrade. Well, there's a blaster mod stashed in some crates at the port. Find it, and it's yours.
I don't know why he's, you know, trying to sound like he's got it all hidden and all that, because, for one thing, its location is being shown on our minimap, and second, where else would it be but the gun range? I mean... there aren't really any other crates around this area, so... no real point trying to be all mysterious about it. Anyway, gun range. It seems surrounded by just a glowing beam of light from the heavens. It's really... yeah. Anyway, our next gun mod.
Blaster is a good all-around choice with a nice rate of fire. This weapon requires more aiming ability. You can switch weapon modes at any time. You can combo your attacks by kicking, then firing your weapon. Kick the first target, then shoot while kicking to automatically hit the second target. Now that's a Wastelander move. They won't know what hit them. You can find yellow ammo in crates. Would you like to test your skills on the gun course?
Alright, so our next weapon. The Blaster. Yes, it's just called the Blaster. Yes, but while the Scattergun is more of a, you know, wide-range shotgun, the Blaster is more of a semi-automatic rifle kind of thing. So its shots are much faster, with a much narrower range, and you can see there's a little aiming sight there. For the most part, it'll just automatically lock onto any enemies or crates around, and it's usually pretty damn reliable. So it's it's got a lot more ammo as well, so it's a pretty effective weapon, and you can use it in a lot of different situations. In fact, I think you'll find it's kind of Jack's go-to. Anyway, let's try out the gun course, shall we? So, of course, because of how this weapon works compared to the scattergun, looking for a very different kind of gun course here. One that is a lot faster and requires a lot more precision. Yeah. And I'm not doing very well to start off with. God damn it. Now, Gold is definitely possible at the moment. I'm not going to be, like the scattergun, I'm not going to be going for it now though, because I'm going to be waiting until we get an ammo expansion later on, because I did kind of spoil there would be an ammo expansion with the scattergun, but that applies to all weapons. But it'll be a lot easier if we do have a little more ammo, because there is still a danger of running out, because you can be a little bit trigger happy with this thing, just with how fast it works. And of course, there was what Sig was telling us, how we can spin kick into a target and then shoot again. It'll pretty much automatically fire a burst of shots at the next nearest target. Alright, well, we've already got the goal, so that's good. Oh, shit. Ah! Well, let's try to do as good as I can. I might be able to get the bronze if I really try. Again, still not really going for the gold, but hey, we'll see how we do. Hell, if I'm lucky, I may even get a silver, although I seriously doubt it. Especially not with how I'm doing and how many civilians I've already hit. Yeah. I almost always forget there's 3 goals that pop up there, so I'm actually very happy that I remembered that this time. Yeah, the bronze is not looking too good for me at the moment. Well, depending on how I do here, I might be able to get the rest of the nearly 2,000 points I need. It's very possible. See how I do, I guess. Nah. God damn it. It's looking less and less likely as we go. Come on. Give me something good. No? Damn it. Oh well, another bronze.
Care to try for the course record?
Yeah, not right now. Wait, I didn't even get the bronze. No. Where's my mind at the moment? Seriously. Yeah, but once again, I'm not going to be worried too much about the records at the moment. I'll do those at a later point where it's a little easier to do so. Pretty much the same time I get it done with the scattergun as well. So, where to next? There's actually a question of that, because on the minimap there, we can see there's icons leading us back to Torn and back to Krew. So, yeah, we've got a bit of a choice. Like I said, although it's mostly just a linear path of going along, there are a few branches here and there where we'll be doing different things, which will converge at some point, but, you know. For the time being, I am going to stick with Krew, though. Because, yeah, there's a little more interesting stuff that's going to be going on this way. Hold on a second. Right. After we finish the blaster course, there's another side mission open up just on the other end of the port here. Now this one's going to be another orb hunt, so definitely bring a zoomer with you. Really, I'm not sure why they didn't just give you a zoomer for the orb hunts anyway. I mean, they have to with the ring challenges, because, you know, how else are you going to do them? But for the orb hunts, do they really expect you to just do this all on foot? I mean, some of these, the time constraints are way too tight to actually be feasible. But anyway.
There's another chance to prove your knowledge of the city.
Remember even friends, my
Well, that one's pretty easy. It's right next to a yellow security wall. And, actually, I haven't even shown off where those are. I mean, if you saw on the map before, there is one definitely down here in the port. And it does so happen to be in a corner right next to one of those Baron's loudspeaker thingies. It's right in here. Alright, down in this corner. Alright, there's another 3 precursor orbs for us. Alright, now we're gonna go and do the next mission for Krew, because I think, Jesus Christ. I think we're about to have ourselves a little bit of fun with this one. I'm surprised it didn't blow up.
I have a proposition for you, Jack. Racing is the biggest sport in the city. Errol is the undisputed grand champion. He's crazy and dangerous on the track. My kind of guy. Only a fool would dare race against him, eh? And that's where you two come in. A client of mine is looking for a fast driver for her racing team. Here's a security pass to get you into the stadium section. And your contract with just a few trifles for me. I've already signed your name to save time.
We, the racers, hereby agree to give Krew all proceeds from race earnings, endorsement fees, broadcast royalties, syndication residuals, vehicle sponsorships, small appearance fees, collectible card assets, fast food tie-ins, use of likeness rights, talk show deals, clothing lines, all print rights, including book, novella, comic, pamphlet, ticket tape, neon sign, and bathroom graffiti designs. Toy rights, shoe lines, mood rings, game rights. Game rights? Vitamin endorsements, city kickback movie deals, and of course, all death and dismemberment accident insurance claims.
We can work out the tiny details later. If you can get from here to the race garage near the stadium in less than 3 minutes, my client said she would consider letting you drive for her team. Make me proud,
Alright, so with that we have a mission and a security pass. So we're going straight to the map. So our mission is to drive all the way from down here, all the way up into that top left corner there. So now we've got the green security pass, we're actually able to see what the top section of the city, the stadium section, looks like. And yeah, it's quite a distance. I think we can make it. 3 minutes sounds a bit tight, but hell, if it wasn't possible, it wouldn't have made it past testing. Right, so because this is a mission, even though it's a drive through the city, I'll leave this in. So, as long as you know whereabouts you're going, this really isn't too hard. You should be able to get there with plenty of time to spare as long as you floor it. Just take the usual path and be sure not to run into anything. Because, yeah, that's usually the biggest spanner you can throw into the works, is if you lose your vehicle and have to go for another one. If you're quick about it, you can make up the time, but sometimes you can't be quick about it, especially if you're surrounded by the more car-like zoomers and no bikes. And I'd rather not run into any cars because who knows how they might slow me down. Also, I'm not sure if I've really gone over this yet, but aren't the new cutscene models great? Like, they're not as, jagged and polygonal as they used to be, which, as much as I love the first game, as much as I think it's still fun, the cutscenes and their models definitely have not held up. This game, however, looks great. Like, Daxter just doesn't look like a, squashy and stretchy, just jagged mess. I mean, he actually looks like something. A lot more effort was definitely put into the cutscene models of this game, and given that this game is a much heavier story focus, I think that's a very good thing, because this game's got a lot of cutscenes, so yeah, we're going to be looking at those models all the time, may as well make them look pretty. So we've gone most of the way through the usual route upward through this way. Thing to remember, to get to the stadium section, you want to take this middle path here. The right path will take you back out to the water slum, so out to the pumping station. The left path will take you to where we jumped out of the fortress when we escaped at the start of the game. Right, and there goes the green security wall, and here we are in the stadium section. Which, apart from looking greenish, looks a lot like the industrial section with how metallic and, square everything is. Anyway, we are almost there. Yep. And over here, the stadium. Just need to get up this way. So yeah, about 2 minutes 30 is a pretty average time for getting up here.
Hello? Krew said someone was looking for a race driver?
I'm busy right now. You must be Krew's new errand boys. Look, I don't mean to be rude. You did get here fast, but I'm not interested in any new drivers right now, and I've got work to do.
Is there anything we can do?
No! I'm working on a secret vehicle project.
Okay, sorry.
Listen, if you think you've got the guts to race in this town, try taking my prototype jet board out on the stadium course. Beat the stadium challenge, and maybe I'll consider you for my team.
Gee, I wonder who the mysterious mechanic girl could be. But I think we've just confirmed that Jack is capable of getting a hard-on towards silhouettes. Anyway, jet board, This sounds like fun. Well, that blew it up. Jeez. Well, at least I'm not getting in trouble for it. Yeah, we're inside the stadium. Which, looks more like a playground or an obstacle course at the moment. Isn't there supposed to be races going on here? And here we are. The jet board. This is gonna be fun.
You can get on and off the jet board at any time.
It's a hoverboard!
Jump on your jet board.
Whee!
You can get a higher jump by depth before you jump.
Yep.
Jump and jump again a little after you've landed for an even bigger launch. Try getting up on that higher ledge with a boost jump.
So yes, we have a hoverboard. Everything looks all futuristic and everything already, and now we got this baby, and it's awesome.
Try getting up on that higher ledge with a
So while you're on the jet board, you'll pretty much be constantly moving at all times. If you hold up, you'll go a little faster, and this is pretty much generally faster than walking at all. Not quite faster than a zoomer at the moment, but yeah, but we can still jump. So high jump,
getting up on that higher ledge with a
yep,
boost jump.
like that. And like she's saying, if we press X just after landing, we get a boost jump.
Land on a rail and grind a faucet. Try grinding on that rail.
And we can grind on rails.
You can spin in the air. Land a perfect 360 for a speed boost.
And here we have a trick that speedrunners love. Jump, do a spin in the air, full 360, get a boost.
You can do flips while you jump.
And of course flips as well, which will actually, it can actually influence our jumps a bit. A forward flip will make us go further, a back flip will make us go a little higher. Like so.
You can also do tricks for fun.
And of course, because it's a hoverboard, you know, something akin to a skateboard kind of thing, we can of course do
Try
little
put a
tricks.
number of moves together to get points. Get enough points to win the challenge.
So now we've pretty much got a goal just like in the gun course. We need to go through the course here and score as many points as possible in order to reach that goal and move on with the game. And of course there are going to be gold, silver, and bronze prizes for this as well. I actually am going to go for those right now because we are about to lose the jet board for a while. We don't get to keep it. Well, later on we'll get to keep it, but not quite now. But for the starters, I'll just, you know, give you the basics. So the big trick here is that you want to get as much airtime as possible on a lot of places and try and combo as many tricks as possible together as well. Holding forward as you're going out of a half pipe should get you out. Grinding everywhere will net you a few points, and you pretty much just... What am I trying to say here? Just chain as many tricks together as you...
Moves together to get points.
Chain as many tricks together as you can, including grinding, flips, the other tricks, and also keep it varied as well. You don't want to do the same thing too many times because the points in that case do have diminishing returns. You also have little boosts like this around the place that can get you a little bit of airtime or just bring you to different places. And this little playground they got for this is massive. There is stuff everywhere. All kinds of little ramps and rails that you can grind on, little sections up there that you can explore. And these orb things, which will give you 100 points a pop. Can I get on there? Nope. I'd better actually, you know, get the goal at least so I don't have to redo that much. Yeah. But you are given plenty around here to try and reach that goal. And the goal is easy. It is the big point scores that might be a little bit difficult.
Good job.
But now that we've done that, we've beaten the stadium challenge and we can move on. But I want the goals. Now I could go around doing all this stuff and all these things. I mean, come on, look at this. Like I said, it's a giant playground. You can do all kinds of things around here. There's all kinds of opportunities to get tricks off, to rack up as many points as possible, chain as many things together. But it can still be a little tricky to go around and still get all the points necessary for the gold, because the gold point score is a pretty hefty requirement. But what if I told you there was an easier way to do it? If you recall, down in this little section under here, we have this little booster here, which will take us up to the other level. But if we have pretty much no momentum as we get on it, so just get on the jet board while we're standing on it, it'll pretty much just launch us straight up into the air. Now, we'll move off it eventually because we're constantly moving forward on the jet board, but you can rack together a lot of tricks, and if you're just constantly bouncing like this, the game doesn't consider you to have hit the ground until you've actually come off the booster a little bit, and then it'll put all your points together. And you can get some major point scores that way. It's the easiest way to get the gold by far. Not as impressive, sure, but I suck. So I'm just gonna come up here so I can get a good start, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that so we can get the gold, and I'll show you guys my successful attempts.
Congratulations, you achieved the silver record.
Oh, not quite the gold just yet, but you get the idea at least. So I am going to go back and try and do that. And like I said, if you skip the bronze, go straight to the silver, you're given all the orbs all at once. So we just got 6 orbs out of that. And I'm aiming to get another 3. There we go.
You achieved the gold record.
Alright, that actually ended up taking me a fair few tries because, again, I suck. It is definitely the easiest method, and it's a complete cheese to actually doing that, but, I suck. Anyway, at least for now, it's time to say goodbye to the jet board. I missed it already. Alright, since I spent a little too much time doing that, I think we'll head back to the mechanic to end things off. Well, finish things off with this mission, and then end things off there. You know, if I still had the jet board, it wouldn't feel like it's taking so long to get back around. I'm even long jumping everywhere and I miss it. God damn it. It's alright, we'll have it back eventually, guys. Eventually.
We beat the stadium challenge.
Great. People do get lucky. Listen, don't you have someone to collect money from or beat up or something?
You don't like us, do you?
You work for that slimeball Krew. What's not to like?
Looks like you've won a few races. Isn't it true the city champion gets to tour the palace?
Yeah? Why?
Could you get me into the palace?
A friendly visit, I gather.
Yeah, I'm a real fan of the Baron.
Okay, I'll help you out if you stop bothering me. I saw an old maintenance elevator at the base of one of the palace support towers. That old lift might take you up to the palace if you can find a way to turn on the elevator's power.
Well, we do have a bit of interesting information there. So we've got 2 ways in to go and see the Baron. We either win the race and earn ourselves a tour inside, or we just sneak in through one of the old maintenance support towers, the maintenance elevators. Dagnabbit. Alrighty, but in any case, I think I've wasted a little. I only just got in the. wasted a bit too much time, so we'll end things off there. So, well, we've done a bit more odd jobs around. We got another section of the city, got another gun, had our first taste of the jet board, and goddamn, I already missed it. And there's a side mission up here, but I can't do it yet because the guys are still chasing me. So, we're going to start the next episode off with that, and then we're actually going to head back to Torn and see what he has for us. Yeah, just to switch things up a little, you know, flip-flop between the guys a little bit. But while I get away from these guys, in any case, thank you all so much for watching. And until next time, guys, my name is Man Omega, and I'll see you guys later. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta hide. I don't think this is working. Like it?